Okay, so I have had a major lift in frequency right now, and I want to share a little bit of what's happened because it's quite big. And this is the thing, when we walk this path, we don't always know, other than when you walk it, the miracles that can transpire in your life. And this is one of them, which I experienced today. So let me backpedal a few days, because there was a pivotal moment that I could feel in my body that there was a certain action that shifted my energy. And one of those were in particular situations that I would speak a certain way. I injected much more masculine directionality. So that was one. And this is highly specific to my system. So just because that was a thing for me, a remedy for me, doesn't mean that that necessarily is a remedy for you. That is something that the guides are assisting with. So if you are interested to find out what you need, basically, of remedies, of these remedies that are getting presented, you can book a free energy read to receive recommendations, a read of your energy and recommendations on way forward. That's something that is available when you have signed up for the 28 day, it's in the bottom. It's a link in the bottom there. You can have a look. But let me get back to it. So yes, so I changed the way that I spoke in a certain situation, right? And that was my remedy. So I injected that remedy. And because of the way that I corrected that with a totally different person, a new situation, I received there was an energy shift that I could feel from that action. That was an action that I did physically. And I could sense that there was a shift in energy in my whole field, shifted because of that energy. And I injected different energy then. It's not that it was deliberate and not at the same time. It is something that I've worked a habit of being deliberate at. So it's more of a long-term game than a short-term game. That's why it's so important with these 28 days consistently with something, and that accumulates. And if all you can handle is that free 28-day consciousness shift, great. Just know that if you're interested to take it a step further in consciousness, sign up to learn more about the program, or just find out. We are updating a lot of this information about what this actually is. I've received more clarity about what they're actually building here. Because my logical mind doesn't know this content. My logical mind has a desire for spiritual growth. And then it's up to me to receive the answer now for all of us. Because I know many others want what I want. So just know that there is a step further. And when I made that shift, I could feel, first of all, one thing was that I could feel that energetic shift. But another thing was that the weather changed just from that. It was blue sky every single day for what I could remember, almost. And then suddenly, after that energy shift, it turned cloudy. Started to rain. Second day, the same thing. And I started enjoying laying in the pool, receiving the drops of Gaia and letting that just soothe my soul, soothe my body, my senses, and just got into a really special receiving mode from life, just bathing me. And there was a particular frequency that I got to that was really delicious for the body. Experienced so much joy, senses, so many, everything was uplifted. The second day, the same thing happened, and I continued, and we were even doing it again. And then we were all finished. We've been out there for maybe half an hour, just in the rain, continuous rain. And it felt like, okay, now it's time to take it easy, right? Given the light switch also, it's time to take it easy. But then we were so enlivened, and then it was a lot of work, like just channeling, bringing through like all this consciousness that is being birthed here was just pen to paper, just just everything that I see, just so delicious. So uplifting and so opening, heart opening, all of this experience for this body. He has been through so much awakening to this higher expansion of his energy field. So he's coming through much more potent. It's more energy that he has to work with, and he can feel that his energy system is being used more, like 50% more. It's what it feels like within the body, more. And that means that starting to feel the energy much clearer in the hands. You know, when you breathe and you do this, that simple practice that whenever someone wants to show you energy, that's what they show you, and usually it's nothing more. But we're laughing so much, but that's usually where people get to. Oh, I can feel energy. Oh, okay, cool. Like, man, I can feel it's like flames coming through in energy form, and the same in my feet down to Gaia. There is a deeper anchoring into the body that we can feel. We can feel much more deeper in the body, in the pelvis, we can feel more of the entire system. And that is how it translates. When you get more energy in your system, it just feels more. Everything is more. You're more open, more of who you are, more of everything. And let people judge if they want, if they don't like your personality, or change it. That becomes the game. But not stopping this flow. No, keep going this flow. Keep expanding this flow. Keep it running through and let it open you. Let it open you. You can tap into this by feeling this system right now. You can literally attune to this frequency through this video. Intend for that. Do that now. Call upon your guides. Call upon Jesus Christ, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel, all of the archangels, all of the fairies, all of the goddesses, and all of the wizards and the beings of light, the galactic family of light, everything that wants the best for humanity is allowed here. And only that. Receive. If you are ready and you are balanced, you will receive this. If you have different sensations, know that your energy field is being revealed to you Things are getting revealed to you right now as you're watching this. Things are getting revealed to you from the body because of this increase that you can feel from this by tuning into this energy flow continuously. And if you're not there yet, there is other remedies for you. Just know that. And let that build. Let that build and bathe you. Let it open. Whatever you have right now that is impeding you, take note of that. If you can feel it as a sensation, as a resistance, as a judgment towards this being, or whatever it is that you got going on, is your business. Take responsibility of that and use that. Alchemize that. That is the weed that needs to go. That feeling, that yucky feeling you have, is proof that that weed, that distorted, that's the weed. Pull it into the heart space. Let it burn in neutrality. In this space, your sacred heart fire space is a space that will burn and neutralize all energies because of its location and because of that location and what that signifies. Opened. Being open to feeling everything. That is what is hindering your version of this. Whatever is coming up now is what is hindering your version of this energy flowing through. Know that. Make note of that. Work on that. And you are one step further in your consciousness evolution to embody this energy. It is a frequency game. I'm showing you, we are showing you frequencies. We are showing you your frequency distortions within your field because Gaia is connected to us and you, and we'll highlight that for you and your body in some way. That's how we are connected in the physical also, not just the etheric. You get it? All right, sweet. Right now, the body feels the need to drink some liquid. Oh, so good. Oh. Oh. Just open to this energy. Let yourself feel this. Sometimes the resistance is not necessarily so easily detectable depending on the level of consciousness that you hold. Sometimes there might be a lot of programs still that is interfering with how you are reading your body. For you, we would recommend that you start to reprogram using the Holistic Optimizer program. We will highly encourage you to start to reprogram the mind with the Holistic Optimizer. That is the reason for that name, Holistic Optimizer. It is optimizing your system for the holistic perspective. And so once you have gone through that, there are 3 levels to that. Once you have gone through those 3 levels, you are in a much better position to receive these energies. And we cannot say that this program, after 3 levels, you are done. We cannot say that, but we can guarantee that with persistence, with those guidance, and your own proof of your own connection with HI, you will get there. Because the proof is not something that we can give you as a diploma. It's not something that we can dictate, oh yeah, if you this and that and the other, then you will receive this thing. It's not like that. That is not the nature of reality if we want to see what really works. Right? Because what really works is what works for you. This is what has worked for this being to get aligned with HI. These are the steps that he came to realize. It is highly practical. Some things maybe you know already. Some things you have not heard of before in this particular way that he's come to understand the reality on and how he can anchor all of this knowledge from higher intelligence. And so that is the teaching. The teaching is to anchor all of this knowledge so that you can anchor yours as well, because you have a different, what I'm giving you is the key, the proper key to your spaceship. But you have to be the one, you're getting the guidebook, but you have to be the one that actually takes the steps. Unless you take the steps, you will not achieve the results. That we can guarantee you. We are showing you the steps, and you can find out the true path here. But it requires work and dedication. That is the reason why we have suggested so many times to do the free 28-day consciousness shift, one every day. That is something that is free to get started. So if you haven't started that already, go and do that from 1 to 28. If you can't even commit to 28 days of watching a video and reading some tasks that are assisting you a little bit further, then anchoring more is not for you yet. So then repeat that free one for as many times as you need to in order to comprehend better and better and better until it's sort of like, yeah, I'm starting to get this now. I'm starting to see how what I have thought about reality is not really what it is. Once you get to that place, you're ready to take the next step. Many of you are already ready. Many of you think that you're ready, but you're not ready because you're missing this particular step. And because of spiritual egos, it has been tricky for many of you to maneuver. We get it. This being has also been through those frequencies. He gets what that is. He has keys to unlock so many things in your life so that the truth can land. This is what he was built for. So if you are interested to take more advantage of the personal, there we have an all-access membership as well, which is you're getting access to all of our consciousness programs and courses, but not all at once. We're giving you a very particular path to take that we suggest based on what we read from your energy. So these are the very needed teachings that is so vital at this stage and junction of human development. And it is one of those that without this, humanity could have gone down in frequency even further. But because of this truth coming in at this time, it is actually pivoting. The more beings that are operating like this, the more we're going to see a very beautiful world. But unless we do it this way, it is not necessarily going to be as harmonious as it ought to be, if you ask me. It should be very harmonious and very lovely and joyful to have this experience here, right? And that is exactly it. And how we shift, a little kiss, and how we shift from being in the dualistic perspective so that we get into the harmonious non-dualistic perspective where we can truly be the creator and the embodiment of our full true expression here as a soul, as a consciousness, as the pure essence of who you are, filtered through a body, without conditioning, without all of that. So, after we got so inspired, back to the story. After we got so inspired, and I was channeling so much yesterday. No, this was today. And I was channeling so much. My body just felt an increase in energy and just said, Gaia is calling. In energy form. Like there was an energy, and that would be my translation in words. And I just went with it. And we went out and we just bathed in all of this increased energy, and it was just increasing the size of water, increasing the amount, increasing the frequency, everything increased. It was just like the crescendo of like building up like to an orgasm. Like it was just like that. I felt like I made love to Gaia. That's what it felt like. Felt like I made love to Gaia. Like it's what? That's what it feels like, really. And after that, I've started experiencing, and by the way, I am showing you a clip here when it was on its full. I don't know how well the sound will be. I hope that you get something about what I'm saying, but if not, at least you will get the actual experience. You can visually see it, and some bad GoPro sound. You know how it is. There's so much activity going on right now. I know this sounds odd, but I noticed when this shift happens. This shift happens. A couple of days ago. It's full. Have to feel it. Feel it. Feel good. Feel good. Oh, yeah. This is even a lot for hair.
I'm totally receiving, I can totally receive. Open to that. Open to that. Relaxes the body. I hope you can this is where we can try. It's very easy to go into the mind and try too much info inside. And it's a little bit of cold to feel. This is Gaia blessing me right now. She's blessing me. And it's up to me to open to that energetically. I asked for this. I asked him today to be a really special day. Oh my, wow. That is so beautiful. Just to see the effect of our desire when we are in connection. That is power. It's power. Wow. I'm like, what? I prayed for this yesterday. And I think it's going to be a really magical day. I didn't say that this particular moment. I don't know how it's going to pan out exactly. That's when I have to trust the natural flow. One. Like I didn't say that. It was just 1. It's this recording time. It's such an initiation right now. It's just how I can look sometimes. When you are elevating in frequency, you receive Gaia in a really deep way. And some of these things, I'm recording, but I don't know how well the sound is going to be. But I hope I will definitely use some of this. And wow. And sometimes we think it's hard to capture them, right? What is the learning? You can go into all sorts of stories, but it's not about the story. Open up. Open up the field. Open up the field. Feel the sensations of the body without judgment. Without it needing to be too cold, it's possible to that because of conditioning.
And after that, when all of that was finished, we felt like going out. It was more flow of this soul mission, wanting to be birthed, much more ideas, more angles, more things, more this needs to happen, or this needs to happen. Just completely receiving from my guides and teachers through Gaia, a further opening. This is an elevation. This is how it looks. The elevation looks like this, where we elevate up in frequency and then we receive. There's always a receiving when you go upward. You always receive. And so we got to go out for a walk, and we started feeling the contrast, energetic completely outside versus what is around here in the space, that all of this is being birthed. So it was a very different energy outside, and I could feel the power of my energy because of the contrast when I went out. And I could feel like everything was just pumping, everything was flowing much bigger, much like grander. And I felt so joyful, peaceful. I still feel it that way, open. Right? And these are the openings that needs to happen in all of you guys' fields. That is the reason why we're coming through with all of these consciousness shift programs and courses through this avenue, because it is a frequency adjustment that is highly needed at this time with the current development of people's spiritual development, because many beings are ready for this. There are so many beings that are ready for this. They're waiting. They're waiting for this. I happened to be the one that got in alignment to receive it. And so now I'm sharing it with you. I love you. We love you. Dear beings, we love you. You're blessed souls, and you have many options now to climb in frequency to places that you wouldn't necessarily think were possible before. That is what we are inviting here. Gradually, step by step, so that it's not going to be very overwhelming for your system. We have checkpoints along the way to make sure that you are staying within a healthy frequency growth burst, so that you don't get an overload of truth. There is such a thing as well. So it is important that your system can adjust to the new frequencies, and then as you continue, there will be more upgrades. That is the reason why one each day is plenty. But do that one each day. There is also a calibration, a frequency calibration to this energy that is happening in all of those videos, all of those audios or videos, or everything about what and where you are in that elevation in consciousness. Because everyone is at different stages in their evolution. And a program like this will highly accelerate your progress, so that you do not have to wait other lifetimes to do this. You can do this now. You can choose to do this now. Many have been waiting. Yeah. Okay. I think maybe I lost them a little bit at the end there. It was a little bit weaker signal. Oh, my energy system is so widened right now, and it's like I thought my heart was open before, but now I now just feel more where it's at. Sometimes it's like that in your field, right? That is when you actually embody more. You feel more accurately where you're at. So the first step that needs to happen is some of this calibration, the mind calibration, so that you get familiarized with what it is that we're doing here. And then after that, all of this energy calibration can be very helpful. Will be very helpful. And that will allow you, when you know the truth and you're also aligned with the truth, through your body, you will be able to read my energy much better and adopt that calibration. So yeah, feeling so expansive. Like I feel like I'm a little bit of a marketing channel right now for enlightenment. But it's just, I'm reading my body right now. I'm reading what's going on. It's a really, like in my solar plexus, there's a big opening and I can feel very expansive. Same with my heart, my throat. I can still feel some adjustment there, which I may feel is there's more to go when it comes to me speaking and coming through with their knowledge. Like there is a deepening that I can feel that my body could dive into more, right? And that's just, you can start to feel those things when you get more embodied. You can feel your own development. Very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. So that's what I wanted to share. That's what we wanted to share for this one, basically. Not just me, but the guides as well. This is a perfect ending of this. We have come through with many different aspects of us. We want you to know. So based on how you can distinguish things, you can start to feel when it is more the higher intelligence, when it's more the body, when it's story, when it's, and so you can train your level of sensitivity here. All right. So that's what we wanted to share for now. We encourage you to keep going. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you so much for the beings that have invested in the Gaia sessions, the frequency alignment sessions. They are excellent calibration tools. Once you are in alignment and can receive energy like this, they are excellent tool to calibrate your system. So highly recommend them. And yes, thank you so much to the people that donated. Thank you so much. You are helping so much humanity. You have no idea. We're so grateful that you're here and that you're supporting this work. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ciao. Wow. You could feel many beings there at the end just expressing their gratitude. Wow. I'm very curious what you could feel on this, on your end, from what was going on. Please share. I'm very curious to how you can pick up what's going on here. Very curious. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.
An magical experience being human on this planet. I was just inside, working, and my body pulled me out to experience this. These are the magical moments that we have to remember. We have to remember these moments when life touches us like this and acknowledge what's going on. And not just run indoors because it's a little rain,